Yo. It's been about 2, 3, 4 years. Well, just somebody to get up in here and see what's going on first and foremost. But we got a lot to talk about and a lot to catch back up on. Yo. What up, what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Say what happened to the channel? Hey, it's still here. It's still here. I'm still here, you know. Thanks to God, you know. I'm still here. The channel's still here. I just had to fall back for a second. You know what I mean? There was a lot going on. Health-wise, life-wise. Everybody that followed the channel know I had a kid, you know what I'm saying? So, and just remember, you know, stuff still don't stop. Life still be life, but I can't complain. How's the family? So family, like everything good. I'll say this. Every day that we wake up and get another opportunity at life, even if things is not perfect, it's a blessing, you know. Family goes through what family goes through, but it's nothing bad. What up, though? What's good with everybody? Tell me something good. I ain't talked to y'all in a minute. I ain't seen nobody. I ain't been on here, made no videos in a second. I know it was a few times that I was saying I was gonna come back and do some things, but my spirit still wasn't really feeling coming back and doing things. Like I was sitting back watching what's going on in the game. Say, what you was thinking about? Word, poor righteous teacher was good. Keep pushing, don't. Oh yeah. For we can't. That's the thing. We can't let it stop, and that's one of the things that I'll say throughout these past 2, 3, 4 years. For anybody that know that's been around for a while, you know my intentions for the channel or underlining message for the channel. I feel like some people got, some people didn't get. But you know, life happens, and what end up happening is you end up going on that crash course where then you don't have no other choice but to like kind of get yourself right before coming on here, me speaking to, it don't matter if it's news, speaking, trying to say something positive, or if the situation, a headline negative, or whatever the case may be, I have to get myself situated. And I'll say maybe over the past year, even in my relationship, I had been saying either one or two things, but all of it can happen in one now that I'm seeing. But you know, I'm like, man, we either need some form of therapy or we need to start going to church. We need to start going to church. And it's like I spoke it into existence, because once I end up finding me a church to end up going to, and really it took, and I'm still going through my journey right now, but once I found a church to go to and really start trying to get in the word, start trying to pray, stop worrying about certain things, stop living life a certain way. Keep in mind, I'm not perfect at all, you know what I'm saying? The things God start blessing, you know what I mean? And I start feeling a certain way to start coming back. So that's why even when I seen like Mace come back, when I seen Pusha T brother come back, I'm like, okay, so you got, as dark as this industry is, and we seen what's been going on, we see what type of genres run hip hop and push a certain message all the time, nothing but death and murder. That's why with certain things, I just either fell back from or never really tried to interview people from certain areas or certain things. I didn't want to throw no fuel on the fire. Or even when I started seeing certain situations with throwing fuel on the fire, I'm like, let me step back, because ultimately that's not my intentions. But you know, I don't have no control over how other people may interpret things or how things may go. All you really can do is just put things in God's hands, pray on it, and keep it moving, you know. But no, I've seen a lot of people over time who still like sending messages and saying things like, you know, well, I'm gonna put up videos Like, I'm still getting messages to this day. People asking, like, about the big meat stuff. People was asking me about, you know, Larry Hoover coming home. And anybody that really know, a part of my campaign always been growth and development. You know what I'm saying? But I never really just put that on Front Street, you know. But I feel like that's more of a mindset rather than how it gets pushed to the people, that you should always want to grow. You should always want to develop in a positive way for your family, for your legacy, for everything that you got going on. But tell me what's been going on, what everybody been into. I can't even, like, the comments popping up and they leaving real fast. It's like orientation. I'm trying to see how I can get these comments to pop back up. Oh, there they go. You say, where I've been at? Sure, I ain't been too far. That's the thing. Like, you know, even back then, you know, I move around a bit, but mainly with the family. You know, with the family, raising my child. You know, my child now 8 years old. Think about that. Y'all been around from the time my daughter wasn't even born to when she was born to now she 8 years old. You know what I mean? So that's a big responsibility within itself, and it's never time consuming in a bad way, but anybody that's a parent know what I mean, you know. And just finding that balance for real, because doing this and trying to do this full time, dealing with other personalities, all type of stuff, plus your own home stuff, plus things you may have going on in your own life, trying to balance all that, it's gonna be a tug of war. You know what I mean? Which way you gonna pull to, which one you gonna give more attention to time to. And the last thing I want to do is give up on something that I had been slowly building for all these years with y'all support. Because without y'all, this channel wouldn't even be what it was, or where it was headed to, or I'm gonna say, speak it into existence, where it's gonna go. Because I'm gonna get back active. Like, videos like this is just really for real, getting back up out my comfort zone. Because, you know, you don't upload for so long, you kind of lose your little, you know, your little touch to doing things. But I felt like one of the very first things I needed to do on here, and it ain't to isolate nobody or alienate nobody with different beliefs, because I believe at the end of the day that we all believe all in the same God, just in different ways and different words. But what's going on right now, I feel like everybody needs to activate and get in that Bible. You know, get in the Bible, talk to their friends about the gospel, talk about getting, because one thing I end up seeing, like, all the answers is in the Bible. So anytime I'm going through certain I'm not even gonna say situations, because they could be weighing me down like crazy, mentally, physically. Because, you know, I've been having all type of surgeries throughout this 10 years. Over 10 years that I've been doing this. I probably had over like 6, 7 surgeries, probably more than that, like major surgeries. But I was bouncing back, coming back, and doing videos the day of the surgery, 2 days after the surgery, not really saying nothing. But after a while, it started really just taking a toll on me, on top of, you know what I mean, still trying to, quote unquote, do interviews and all that stuff. So, yeah, at some point in time, you just gotta take like a mental break. But the good thing about all that, what ended up happening, was it ended up just making me have to. The Bible had been sitting next to me the whole time. And it's like I wasn't even cracking it open for no inspiration, to get no messages, to understand certain things, so I can, because a lot of people will say, go to therapy, and I'm not knocking anybody that do. And shit, I probably still need to go to therapy for real. But it's been a lot easier finding that peace, because sure, sometimes I may have, and I'm not saying all this just because there's a lot of shit that people be saying nowadays, but I really do sometimes be having anxiety. And now I notice if I get to read in the Bible or sit and meditate while I'm praying, like my anxiety will calm down and then go away. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I'll be able to handle it instead of having to try to get on tons of medication. You know what I mean? Because you know what the world is. Let me see. So like these comments not staying up. But how everybody else is stop. They say YouTube stop paying people, that's what happened. Well, I guess that kind of depends. I guess that kind of depends for who. Like if you're not, you know what I'm saying, anybody that's not grinding or working on here, of course you're not gonna get paid. I'm talking about, of course, it'd be more on the one-on-one basis if I gave somebody the game on how, you know what I'm saying, YouTube work and how to get certain things set up. It ain't like mine. I ain't about to get into all that because, you know, but I'll just say it's different tiers to YouTube. And it takes for whoever that's running YouTube channel to really figure out them different tiers of how the pay go, because everybody don't get paid the same. And what I mean by that, and I won't get too deep into it, is you can have 5 different channels and they all put up a video that get 1 million views. There's a lot of different things that go into who gonna get paid what for the 1 million views. And they don't all get paid exactly the same for the 1 million views. It just don't work like that. A lot of other elements go into that. And your subscriber count kind of go play a part in that, you know. So that's why you will end up noticing a channel that got hella millions of subscribers. They may not be getting tons of views no more because how the algorithm changed, but they bread ain't stopped from how it was. It altered a little bit, and they probably had to make some adjustments to, you know, keep their bread going the same way they had it. But that never was really a thing for me. Like to me, that's one of the things I don't be wanting to look at. Of course, you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor for whatever you put into the game, but at the same time, it's like if every video or everything I'm doing is just focused on that, one, it's gonna seem like work, so I ain't gonna want to do it. 2, you're gonna be able to tell in the energy. That's why certain people energy don't be hitting right. And I don't know, I'm talking about other creators, because I want every creator to be blessed, do what they do, come up. I ain't never been no hater. I ain't never been somebody that's trying to stop somebody else from coming up or doing whatever they doing. But you can tell different people energy, if they energy there, or if it's forced or what, or if they just being themselves, you know. So we wanted to YouTube OGs. Man, I appreciate, oh, what up, Memphis? What up, though? What up? What's good, man? I actually, not too long ago, I got a whole new number. I got a whole new number too, and I have to figure out a way to tap in with you. On break, gotta go. Oh man, be blessed, stay blessed, man. But I appreciate you tapping in while you're on your break. For real, have a good day, have a blessed day. Say what's next for the channel and see, and that's the thing. I got a whole bunch of different ideas of things that I want to do. I'm not even gonna say want to do. I'm going to do. Excuse me, but it's more about I just gotta align some other pieces to the puzzle. Because at the end of the day, all this time for real, I say besides myself and the inspiration for God to get up every day and do what I was doing, I was handling everything by myself for real. I'm talking about putting up the videos, the editing. A lot of these places be having full-on staff. And it'd be crazy because sometimes I would talk to different people, and that's the reason why certain networking didn't happen or whatever, because I did not have no staff. It would be too, and when I say staff, I don't really want to say it like that. Sometimes I feel like even saying it like that be making people not want to work together or do things together, and they block blessings for everybody to come up, because everybody got different talents and doing different things. Somebody may be good at editing, somebody may be good at engineering, someone may be good at whatever, production, promoting, marketing, social media, whatever. It's like everybody play their part, but everybody be so thirsty for the bread right then that they stop the blessing from coming down the line from just getting the work out. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand in certain situations where it's like a dire need, but in those type of situations where it's a dire need, then it's like, okay, that person, and I'm speaking for myself, have to recalibrate, get themselves like at least going a little bit, and then, you know, try to do this, you know. Yeah, exactly. You said the alphabet boys running wild. Oh, I could believe it, man. I can believe it. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Like, I haven't been able to keep up with everything that's been going on in Memphis, but I can only believe from, you know, certain events that have happened, and somebody have to put me up on game on if there was any after effects of things that cooled down or what. All I could say, for the people that's still there, hopefully just ain't no innocent women and kids getting affected by whatever decisions being made in this world, you know. But that's even more why I feel like if the alphabet boys are in town, it's even more time for people to go get right with God for on a whole lot of reasons, a whole lot of different reasons. Because the armor of God sometimes will keep a person up out of bad situations. And I won't even say sometimes, most times, but even if you're going through bad situations, at least you have some support spiritually. Because I didn't really understand how strong it is in this world. Like, I can honestly look in this screen and say, like, I didn't know at my age, for real, that it's I heard the word spiritual warfare before and all that. I didn't really know that was a real thing, you know. I didn't really know sometimes when you go to church and you see people, you know, speaking in tongues and this and that these are real things. I'm thinking some of this stuff is just an act, but no, some people really be getting touched by a real Holy Ghost, like a real spirit. But that, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But that's, to the person that asked me a question about the channel, like, I got a few different things, and that was the main thing over time that I was looking at. Because salute to everybody doing their thing. It's like, I did not want to jump back in the game and pick just right back up where I left off at and be doing the exact same thing. It's like, it at least got to be a little bit different. It at least got to have a little twist to it. I want to get myself together, so that's why I'm up early. Like, exercise, I'm outside walking, then I'm gonna jog a little bit, and I'm gonna hit some weights, eat some protein, you know, take a shower, eat some protein, get myself together, you know. So in order for me to be the best person I could be for my family, for this, for God, I gotta be the best person for myself. I gotta get myself together. And I think that's one of the things sometimes that I didn't lack in life, was trying to spread myself too thin. See, I done been watching Cam and May so much, it'd be almost about to make me stop from saying certain things, but spread myself too thin on certain situations, trying to put 10% towards 20 different things, never get nothing done, you know, or it's gonna take forever. So it's like, now it's about, I gotta identify what is the most important things that I need to get done, or figure out some way, somehow, what's the most important things I need to get done, and then put 100% or at least 80% towards that. And a lot of that starts with getting some good rest and eating, you know what I'm saying? Let me look at these comments, see if I ain't missing. Hey, no, I miss, man, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I miss actually doing this for real. You know, it is an outlet, networking, you know, different topics. You get to see different topics, different people's personalities, because at the end of the day, it's almost like, regardless to the topics that we talking about, it still was like just bringing a group of people together. Regardless, like if it was every day that I'm putting up a video just to chop it up in the comments to see what people saying, what people talking about, all the way to the point where it's getting to the point where I could put up a video about whatever, and I may just end up chopping it up with somebody in the comments just about some real life stuff, just something that ain't got nothing to do with it. It just almost became like a community, and that's the main thing I wanted to do, was create a community, you know. We can create a community. I feel like that's where everybody can everybody benefit in some type of way, because depending on what they able to bring to the table, what I'm able to bring to the table, or whatever, whoever else, it could be anything. Somebody may need help with their credit. It may be somebody that can help them with that. It may be somebody that need therapy, and it could be a therapist that's on the channel. It could be somebody that's been struggling, trying to convert their life over to God. They may hear some things I'm saying, or I can push them in the right direction, or connect them with someone, because I'm not no OG or none of that when it comes to church. Like, I still got to get a lot of stuff translated. And, you know, hold on. I don't know. Here we go. I still got to get a lot of things translated, and I'm using like the easy to read Bible to try to understand a lot of what's being said and how to apply it to my life. But I think on a lot of different, when it comes to stocks, when it comes to real estate, when it comes to a lot of different things, you know what I mean? And another thing is, I don't know, we definitely want to embrace, of course, the men and the women that be on this channel as well. I don't ever want the women that's on this channel to feel like they ain't got no voice, or it's so, you know, overran by the men that they can't just leave comments and stuff like that. Because I've never really just seen the men that's on my channel or that subscribe here, you know, just be like crazy towards the women, you know, in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be wanting the women to feel comfortable with leaving comments, expressing their opinion, regardless if it resonate with me or not, or if it's on the side of what I'm saying or not. Because I don't want everybody to just agree with my point of view is. It's a such thing as healthy debate. Is it something that's been going on lately? I don't know, like, hey, Memphis, if you still in here, like I literally, like, I gotta get all new numbers, all new everything. Like, I literally hard reset on the phone, clear all data, you know what I mean? Like I had to, I started over like a whole new phone and everything. I kind of lost all the information that I had in that. So like even that, like I was having to try to get back into emails, slowly getting numbers again, all type of stuff, you know. Plus working on relationship stuff with with a kid, you know, all that can end up taking a toll. But what's been going on that I should be keeping my eye on besides like the regular stuff? I think I can't think of old boy name right now. And I know it'll come to me once I see it. But he from out in California. I don't know if he did an interview with Messy Marv or not, but I don't know if he back. I'm still listening to a lot of music. I see, you know, of course, the music game, as far as artists, there's a lot of artists still doing their thing, you know, that was doing and rising, that was going hard back then, still now. Great and Scale Dash, what up? Oh, yeah, everything good, you know. And even if I wanted to complain, who gonna listen? You know, at the end of the day, as men, we may complain inside or have little issues or whatever, but we have to find an outlet, some way to release that air in another type of way, and just get back to work, get back to business, you know. That's what's all that matter. And doing this and a few other things, you know, help give back that inspiration to keep moving. That's one thing. No matter how many times life come at me or try to knock me down, As long as you know, I'm noticing now. Because there's situations, man, like, even if I went back, there's certain little stories or certain things over time that I would talk about on the channel. And that's why when I end up getting into church now, it just made me even think about, like, I was actually being guided by God the whole time. Because sometimes when you're in them situations where you feel like, oh, you just barely slipped out of a situation. And you know, and I ain't never been the type of person to come on this channel and try to promote certain things in a way like it's cool or that's what I'm on or nothing like that. I always try to preach the opposite of that, because I never know if it's somebody young or a kid or somebody like that watching one of the videos, so I never want to lead them astray towards the wrong thing. But when you in them situations where something happen and you just narrowly make it out of it, or something just fly right past you and it could have hit you, and you just wonder like it really be God, like, hey, it's not your time yet. It's not your time yet. I still got a purpose for you. There's still some things that I want you to complete. There's still some things I want you to get done, you know. That's when I hear old boys talk about like the alphabet boys being there. Shoot. And look, it's starting to rain even more. Hold on, who is this? Hold on, Memphis. See, now it's raining. My screen about to get wet. But I got my thing on my phone, but it's raining. I'm gonna tap back in when I get back up in the crib. Let me go ahead and log out of it. It was crazy. I don't even know how to end this. I ain't been on this thing in so long. I don't even know how to end it.